Once upon a time, in a prosperous kingdom, there lived a wise and just king. He had a handsome young son, the prince, who was loved by all. But when the prince turned 16, he suddenly fell ill. He grew weak, pale, and lifeless. None of the royal physicians could diagnose the problem. They tried every treatment, herbs, potions, prayers, but the prince only got worse. The king was heartbroken. One day, a wandering sage visited the palace. He was known for his spiritual insight and mystical powers. The king begged him to help his son. The sage sat beside the prince, closed his eyes, and entered deep meditation. After a long silence, he opened his eyes and spoke softly. "O king, your son is not suffering from any earthly disease. A snake has entered his belly, living inside and slowly consuming him from within." Everyone gasped. The king asked, "Can he be saved, O sage?" The sage nodded. "Yes, but it must be done with great care and wisdom. You must follow my instructions exactly." He asked for a large open courtyard to be prepared. The prince was laid in the center, weak and barely breathing. The sage then said, "We must trick the snake into leaving the prince's body." He began to heat milk with powerful herbs and poured it into a golden bowl. The fragrant steam wafted through the air. Then he placed the bowl a short distance from the prince's mouth. He began chanting mantras and said aloud, "O snake, come out, drink this milk meant just for you. Do not stay hidden in this human flesh, for your time is up." Moments passed. Nothing happened. Then suddenly, the prince began to groan, his body trembling. Slowly, to everyone's horror, a slimy black snake slithered out of the prince's mouth. It smelled the milk, hissed, and crawled toward the bowl. But just then, the sage signaled, and a servant rushed in and killed the snake with a stick. The prince gasped and opened his eyes. His face had color again. The snake was gone, and his strength slowly returned. The king fell at the sage's feet, overwhelmed with gratitude. The sage said calmly, "O king, this is a lesson for all. What you see on the surface is not always the truth. You must look deeply, think wisely, and act only after full understanding. Had we treated the prince blindly, we might have killed him instead of curing him." So kids, the moral of the story is, acting without full understanding can lead to disaster. Wisdom lies in diagnosing the root of a problem before taking action. And that was the story of the snake in the prince's belly, a tale from the ancient Panchatantra, reminding us that true wisdom means looking deeper before we act. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, then smile big and clap your hands. Until next time, stay wise, stay curious, and keep listening to stories. Bye-bye.